What's going on, guys? I'm in Montenegro right now. 2 months ago, I didn't even know this country existed. But this is the power of hanging around people that are, more traveled than you, more experienced in business than you, older than you. You get leveled up so much faster. But today I want to talk about how I got into the landscaping industry, how I started my lawn care business, and, is landscaping dead? Like, there's tons of online businesses out there. Is landscaping still a good industry to get into? So those are some of the topics that I'm going to cover today. And so how I got started in the business was I had a kid at my high school who was mowing 40 yards a week. And at the time, 40 yards a week times $40, that's $1,600 a week. To me, he was a millionaire. Like, I needed to surround myself with him so bad so I could figure out how he was doing this. Because at the time I was working at a restaurant as a server assistant for $15 an hour. And I just became this guy's friend. I started hanging out with him. Eventually I started working with him for $15 an hour. And I actually didn't work at the restaurant for $15 an hour. I worked at the restaurant for like $12 an hour. And then when he could hire me for 15, I thought he was Bill Gates. I thought it was so cool that he could afford to pay somebody for 15. But I went and worked with him. I was really showing pride in it. I loved it so much. And I specifically remember one time he actually let me drive his truck with a trailer and the mower like for 10 seconds down to the next yard. And I specifically remember looking in the rear view mirror and visualizing one day I will have this. And that visualization was super powerful. And I kind of knew it was gonna come true. And the universe, God willing, I had somebody in my network that saw I was taking pride in this, and he gave me the opportunity to loan me money to start my business. And it was a very the loan was not risky at all because he was just buying depreciated assets. It was a depreciated mower and a depreciated used trailer that we could just sell. If I wasn't successful, we could sell those assets and he'd get his money back. So it was low risk on his part. So that's how I got into the business. I had a friend, I had a connection, and at a young age I realized how important it was to build relationships with people, because here I just built 2 relationships and my life changed forever. Now I had a business where I could prove myself, and I wanted to prove myself to this guy that loaned me money that, hey, loaning me money isn't a risk. I'm gonna absolutely blow this out of the water. He told me to pay that $7,000 off in a year. I paid it off in 4 months. And then at the end of that year, I bought a house, I bought a truck, I bought a trailer. I got up to 40 yards that year. And that was another thing, is he gave me that loan, but I didn't have any customers. And so it really lit a fire under me to go get customers, pushed me out of my comfort zone. I was knocking on doors to get all of my initial customers. I ordered door hangers off Vistaprint, and I went into the nicest neighborhoods in my area, and I was just knocking doors. And if they didn't answer, I'd sign a custom note on the back. Hey, my name's Caleb James with Fine Lines Lawn Care. I'd love to earn your business, and then sign my name and then put it on their door. And I got 20 customers, and then I slowly built it to 40 at the end of that year. So that's how I got started in the landscaping industry. And I was mowing yards for 2 years straight, and then I realized that, hey, there's people out there making more money than me and working less, so there's something I need to do here. And I went down the rabbit hole of personal development, and then found people in my niche, in the landscaping niche, that had landscaping businesses, but they sold their lawn care businesses and they were doing better than me. So what I did is I immediately sold my lawn care business and started a completely new business, which was hardscaping and construction projects, which I had 0 experience in. So I've always been one to take risks because I believe in myself, and I'm following my intuition and my call, which I believe is God's divine purpose for you. And if you can follow that call, regardless of what people say around you, you have a superpower. So I followed that call regardless of what my family and my friends were saying, and it worked out. And I bought a really nice website that made me look like I'd been in the industry for 20 years, and I just took the punches and, lost money, and I made it work. I hired employees and they didn't know what they were doing. And then, after that, I stumbled across the subcontractor model. And since then, it's been beautiful, because when I make money on projects, I don't have to go and buy tools and shovels and rakes. I can just use it to grow the business and build my marketing and invest in ads more. And my contractor handles all the equipment, he handles the project. I just need to make sure that he has projects. So it's a completely different ballgame. And also, I don't have to be stressed out, needing projects every single day. I can just be up in the tree and calculating the wind speed and taking my time and really getting good, profitable projects. So those are some of the main reasons why I love, the subcontractor model. And as far as, is service businesses dead? Are in-person businesses dead rather than online? And the answer is, in my opinion, no. Because AI is going to be getting more and more and more intelligent every single day. And it's absolutely incredible right now. And I think of a lot of online jobs and stuff can get replaced, but something that I think AI isn't going to replace for a long time is, construction businesses and skilled laborers that can cut, and build patios and do stuff of that nature. So I think that, at least for the next 10 years, the construction industry is going to be, holding its test of time. And I think it's a great industry. And I think it's mowing business is a very low barrier to entry. Like, you can literally get started with, I guess mowing business takes a little bit more capital. If I were to go back and start over, I would just start with a landscape business with a rake and a trash bag. And I would just do landscaping projects. I wouldn't even really go into mowing. I would just start a landscaping business, and I would slowly hire people and then work my way up to where I'm at right now. Right now, I've been running my business remotely the past 2 months. Our business is in Kansas, Wichita. And location freedom was a non-negotiable for me. So I moved to Spain with some good business friends of mine, and I'm making it happen. So to do that, I've built systems and processes and different trainings, and I hired a project manager and stuff of that nature. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Right now I'm in beautiful Montenegro, Eastern Europe. If you guys haven't traveled outside of your hometown, you're doing yourself a massive disservice. I've learned so much about what's possible by getting out there into the world and experiencing what this beautiful planet has to offer. I mean, look at this. I'm waking up and I see yachts, and I'm around abundance and beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful women, great food. So if you haven't gotten out of your hometown, highly recommend it. God bless you. Be great.